Hello, how is everyone? Bumpy. Alright, today is Sunday. Should have 2 Point Campus somewhere. I'm on the wrong screen. Because I'm clever. Um, Steam doesn't want to work today. It's on holiday. The background thing, the green screen thing doesn't want to work today. Fantastic. Well, we're just going to start the game and we'll get into it. I'll sort it out later. No, you bloody idiot. No, don't do that. No, stop it. Oh, fine. If we're there, as long as we're there. That's changed a bit. It's not what I wanted to do. Things are too loud now. Yeah, things are very loud. Done. And then that one. There we go. I can't work like this. Really is going to be one of those days. There we go. That looks better. Lovely. Right, I'm going to stick continue. I think we've got one more star to do on the, let's say the moon. It's not, I guess. It's Delta Rye. On the old cheesy eep. I do worry about loading times in this sometimes. I very highly doubt that. Um, 24, looks fine. I have no idea how it's worked out with making that much of a loss, but I can assure you, 24 looks good. I think I don't know. I've got to do things. That. Here they come. We need the thing timeline up. There we go. And there's no other speed to play this game at. Yeah, we were having problems with this one, aren't we?
The timetable is not written in stone. Still, we're not changing it.
I'm pretty sure it should have fired a few times.
Students are reminded to stop what you're doing and listen to me.
Indeed. So the way we're going to have a look at that is see what levels our humanities teachers actually are. So they cap out at 7.
The campus is not responsible for meteors or any other celestial shrapnel. Thank you.
Da, 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 da. That's for both classes. That's interesting. Fascinating. Do I need a radiator in there? Yes. I would hesitate to say it's not cold over here. It's refreshing.
Now taking students for humanities.
I've been taking students for humanities for ages. Don't know what she's talking about.
It's the Harrison Wolf Show, baby. All right.
Right, I do want to check. What classrooms do you use? Living room, computer lab, lecture theatre.
Hey, this is Harrison Wolf, and thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to be talking about a subject that's near and dear to my heart. The one thing you need when things are getting hairy. You hear something funny outside, or you're just hiding from the milkman. That's right. Today, we're talking panic rooms.
Have I selected the right one? What else can we put in here?
Frequently asked questions. You can find the bathroom yourself. I believe in you.
Not really going that. Fair enough. I'd like to put it where you're standing though, mate. One more hit. Ah. Why do you not have a bin in here? Can we get teeny tiny bit more? You can have that. There. And you also get one.
Students with medical issues should go to the health clinic.
We have one of those. I've got one there. One there. Do I see everything the same? Oh, they got two. They got two. They just need a plant. It can go there. I don't know, it's missing something this one's got. I don't know. Bits. Probably should do this one as well. I'm wondering if that's...
Rubbish should be placed in bins. Is
Accept,
that too
accept.
complicated for you?
Well, first things first, I'm going to grab... Not students. You. Where's library? Yeah, can you pick up this rubbish? Anyway,
Every good panic room starts with its supplies. Now some things are a must. Your crackers, your flashlight, your bottles of water, sure. But don't be afraid to show some personality. I, for one, keep a bowling ball in my panic room. I find it's the perfect place to practice.
right. What else can we put in here?
Janitor is needed to collect litter.
Hmm. Completely not relevant for this course or this room, but you know. All it does is make them
Issues to someone
think
who
of.
cares.
So we've just gone up 2. No. Alright. Thought I'd check. There's probably some other things that I can look around for that, but to be honest, I'm lazy. No. Year 3. Humanities. Actually, I know we're spending a lot of money. I think I've got 4 bloody medical places. Which is mental.
Showering is technically but not socially optional.
We are going to make this better though. As this is like the bog standard computer room. Have a nice big expensive monitor. I did expect them to ask me for different equipments. I want one of those.
Now, when it comes to surveillance, I'm strictly an anti-camera kind of guy. My philosophy is, I can't see you, you can't see me. So I like to keep things as low-tech as possible. I'd recommend strategically placed strings attached to some bells. You hear a ring, and you got yourself a visitor. Of course, sometimes it's the doorbell, and you really do have a visitor. If you want to get real crafty, just leave a load of rakes in your yard. No one suspects a rake in the yard, but you'll hear the sucker when he steps on one and takes a handle to the chops. Ouch.
You weren't listening. You were asleep. I saw you.
Hopefully now they can give slightly better lessons. 29%. I don't know if that's gone up or down. But it's a nicer room now. If the janitors did their bloody jobs.
Janitor to fix Omnicure.
I don't know if they're doing this. Right, I think we'll hit this one relatively soonish, maybe. 2.
Intruders on campus. You know what to do.
Right. Right, I need a good repair one. Oh, that can be
Janitor
upgraded.
required to install upgrade.
Dun, 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 dun. There's no one there somewhere.
Schoolwork, social life, exercise. I just can't do it all. There's only one way to fit everything in. Make your life Jumbo.
Oh,
Jumbo University.
wasn't expecting all this.
Make your
You're a
self.
50 grand.
Frequently asked questions. No, I will not be your friend.
Oh, please.
Please join me in welcoming the mysterious space rock to campus.
Actually, I'm doing the wood kit. That's nice. Right, we're gonna check. So he looks like he's gonna. Oh no, wrong class.
Janitor needed to unblock
A plus, A plus, A plus, A plus, A plus, A plus, A plus. Oh, you're all the bloody wrong ones, aren't you? 1. That's a 1. So we're gonna keep an eye on him. He's now dropped down to an A. Don't care about you and time tourists. I might delete the clubs. They get distracted. What are we? What's the bonus from time tourism?
Janitor to collect litter. Sorry.
Wrong list. You. Could we perhaps focus on what's important?
Here's a question from Gyro in Duckworth. What are some of your favorite panic room pastimes? And thanks for the question, Gyro. I find that you can have a lot of...
Where's the other one? One of you is just here. I don't care if you're eating. I will get rid of the canteen. If you fail, right, you're not doing that.
With a little bouncy ball. In fact, one time I was bouncing, lost track of time, and it turned out that I'd been doing it for 16 hours. I went cold turkey after that, meaning I was hungry, and took a turkey sandwich out the freezer. Turkey.
There's a fly in here.
Is that all that shaking is? You. Take off that. Right, the reason I'm doing that is so they actually go and study. I should put on maybe one of the other clubs that will actually help them work. Really, we didn't actually get there with our last one.
Janitor is needed to collect litter.
That's what I should do. Bloody hell. I'm going to do something. What we're going to do is... I have to delete those first, do I?
Students with pastoral issues should go to student support.
Yes. Oh, that fooled them. We'll do these awards first. We got one.
Here's one for the more advanced panickers amongst you. It's important to be one step ahead. What do I mean by that? Well, you could do a number of things. You could have a trapdoor for sneaky getaway. You could install your panic room in a hall of mirrors. Or you could hang a sign on the door that says, "Out for lunch." They won't know what's hit them.
The academic year is starting soon. Was there anything we wanted to do?
Yeah, delete this building. That, isn't it? Right, I'm also not going to put it straight up to there.
I know I will.
Right, need a teacher.
Assistant wanted in medical office.
What am I thinking? I think we start. 24, 24, yeah. And we're also going to make sure.
Let's take one more question before we wrap up here. Here's a good one. What type of wood would you recommend for the furniture in your panic room? Well, you can't go wrong with oak. That baby's a classic for a reason. Me, personally, I like maple. It's heavy, and I like the added water resistance. Plus, it's fun to say. Maple. Huh.
Right, let's get first aiders and pastoral carers up. Let's find Wilbur, shall we? Where is Wilbur?
Students are reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet.
I'm going to take you off everything apart from mining. There's a lot of work to be done. I've actually cleared a lot of it. This area was full. So... Right, this time of year. No. You. Really loud.
Hear this?
No, I don't want to expel him. No, bugger. Henrietta. Kensington sandwich. That sounds nice.
Before you all head off to build your brand new panic rooms, don't forget to take a radio so Harrison can come along for the ride. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Harrison, can't they track me with the frequencies? And the answer is probably yes, but the Harrison Wolf Show is worth the risk. Happy hiding, listeners.
You know, the way you said that's quite creepy. Like, he's the one who's going to be looking for you. Pretty sure it is. Harrison is incredibly creepy. Deal with these things. I can't pick you up and make you go, you sausage.
You students should make a good first impression. No pressure.
Right. New event. You get horror film. There. Put that. You know what? I don't think I can extend it to 3 months, to a month and a half. That's happiness, isn't it? Entertainment. From now on, and yeah, we'll put that in there. Then go to the eat phone instead. And what genre would you think Ghostbusters should be? I would put it under comedy action or comedy sci-fi. But that's the Mr. Bean thing. So I think we're going to go action. So sorry, Ghostbusters would be March. Every day of the week.
Library requesting a
They should show Ghostbusters. Best cinema ever. There should be one guy out here mining on his own. Yeah, I know it's cold, mate, but, you know, it's your job. Stop the others from doing it. Where are you going? I will allow it. So the use need it. Most of them should already be 3. That was a 3, yeah?
Some students
I want to be able to move and still see the bars.
is that their problem or ours?
If you want, I can make your mind up for you. He's so indecisive.
Students
Like,
are reminded to be in 2 places at once.
he just go to the toilet, instead he went to the student union. Oh, no, it's student lounge. Like,
Please join
he was
me
bugging about
in
over there.
welcoming the mysterious space rock to campus.
Crackers? Yeah, why not? Well, what we're going to do is to stop some of these things falling down again. We're going to add that. We're just going to occupy space.
Janitor to collect litter. Sorry.
So that.
I'm DJ Shorts, the host giving you the most on Campus Radio. It's been too long, and I've been dying to play this next song. See if you notice what they do on the 9th bar in the 2nd verse. Oh, it's really something. We'll be back after this.
There you go.
Students are reminded.
Should be a lot less of the rocks.
Upbeat.
Deal with your shit, Willow. Right, we're gonna get you in. I just realised the teachers we have here, but I didn't sort out their thing. You. Cod piece. There we go. I don't go out for personally like make sure everybody's got their own private tutors to get through this. Like, and they're all going to need their own private doctor.
Who even goes to the student union? When I want a milkshake, I don't want a pint of Milkmaid. It's so artificial. I just can't take it anymore. I'd much rather go a little off the beaten path and try something local. And preferably very lumpy. Anything from the stomach churner dairy and Smuggly is sure to be nice and separated. Now that's a milkshake.
Announcement. If in doubt, just sit quietly.
Fine.
Students are reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet.
Not what I want. I want training. Be better. Be better. Be better. I know the fact they're only going for A's.
Janitor to collect litter. Sorry.
You two are too borderline.
And now, a segment about a student taking an exam. Percy had been up all night preparing for an important test. He'd done the revision, he'd set his alarms, but then, some hours later, disaster struck. It was as he finished his paper that he realized he hadn't been using a pen. He thought he was dotting I's and crossing T's, but sadly, he was just making gestures with his hand over a piece of paper. It's a nightmare for so many of us, but today it was Bertie's reality.
Probably it's Bertie. You're a prat.
Janitor
Can I make that bit bigger so I don't get any more rocks? The answer is yes. I'll let you do that bit. Really? Buffoon.
Students are reminded that you're the only one still finding your feet.
This building exists for the pure reason of constricting how far away these rocks are. As this bit gets bigger, I will make it into a bigger dormitory. We'll get some other stuff. What do I want? Do I want another? No. No. Alright. Weak bladder. Right. You're out.
Janitors
Meringue,
needed
you're out.
to collect litter.
You're out. You're gross. Claire Brisket. Weak bladder. Bye. Lester Duvet. Lollygagger. Rapid and squeaky clean. You're in. But don't move. Yep. That's gonna be your security level 10. We'll add maintenance. Focus. Do things fast.
Attention. Your finger is not a toothbrush.
Mayor Tabitha Winsock has overseen countless disasters during her time in office. Who else can boast that kind of experience? Probably no one. Tabitha Winsock, you know what you're getting.
Intruders on campus. You know what to do.
One moment.
If it's not on your CV, it didn't happen. Not to me.
No. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, we're going to copy it. Second Student Union.
Students with pastoral issues should go to student support.
You've been waiting for this, and now you have. I'm finally going to talk about the Boogie Nights. I'm sure I didn't need to tell you that I was actually in on the group of Funky Nights very, very early. And I thought they were a real bright spot in the county's music scene. But I must say, I'm just not enjoying them as much these days. I mean, really, I know I like them, but they just shouldn't be this popular. Another perfectly excellent obscure band ruined by too many fans. It's just selfish. It really is.
Dun, 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 dun. Right, I do have.
Assistant needed in the student union.
Yeah, we're looking for one of my assistants.
Frequently asked questions. No, your chicken should not be pink.
Really? Don't complain to me about your student union again. I think you're stuck there.
It's almost the end of the academic year, in case you hadn't noticed.
Willow, we never have to deal with Willow again. She might actually be failing. Right, we're at 1 out of 25. Let's see. Good luck to those space rocks. I will be expanding this again as well. That she dropped out. Doesn't count as a fail then. One extra sessions, nice. 7.
Should go to the health clinic.
I'm at 40 points. I need 5 more to be able to push this again. 23, 26. So what? Weird. Okay, start again. You're an A, and you're very close to being able to get the next one.
You students
You've graduated.
make a
Bugger
good
off.
first impression. No pressure.
Da-da. Maintenance. Do those things, but faster.
Student support can be found in student support.
Right, student, no, that's staff. Students list, year 3s, humanities. Why can't I send you to do these things?
Sir Nigel Bickleworth. Cheers, cheers! On 2 Point Radio. Forget what you're doing and give in to the saccharine melodies of my voice. I am Sir Nigel Bickleworth, and you may not know it, but you've just made a wonderful decision. The finest radio show in town, coming right up.
Students are reminded to make us proud. Or else. Please join me in welcoming the mysterious space rock to campus.
Alright, I will get you in the security person. But I do want maintenance.
Medical office requesting assistant.
Also, no mining. I think you're doing that. You can mine.
The campus provides healthcare for its students. Well, it should.
It does. There's a lot of healthcare.
This week on Sir Nigel Reviews, we'll be talking about a modern beat combo, a group that call themselves the Helium Baboons. I must admit, while it may not be my usual cup of beef tea, for contemporary mindlessness, and that's what this is, it was not as bad as most of today's dirge and drivel. Helium Baboons, not as bad as I feared they would be. 2 shrugs out of a possible 5.
Take time on your assignments, if you think you have time. The campus is not responsible for meteors or any other celestial shrapnel. Thank you.
Who are you? Year 3, Humanities. Why are you doing so bad as you? Go and deal with these things. I think he's stuck now. Yeah, he's bored stiff. He'll no longer move from this spot. Oh well.
Tools are needed in dormitories.
Ninja Dump is staying there. Oh, you bugger. My shoes are tight.
It's time for Spill the Tea, where we take some finely dried hearsay from our shameless county and strain it for all the precious nectar we can. Education Minister Tarquin Foxbridge is under scrutiny for describing 2 Points youth as ambitionless nitwits.
That's
And I
bad
can see
class.
why. I can only hope that it's an abridged form of the full quotation. It would be remiss of him to forget that they are also loud, foolhardy, crass, smelly, and generally hopeless.
Probably wait for at least that range of.
Assistant needed in library.
What am I thinking of doing with this?
Assistant needed in medical office. The administrator is reminded to stay hydrated. Please join me in welcoming the mysterious space rock to campus.
What am I going to do with my life? I just don't know.
Orb.
Huh? What?
Come to an Orb Foundation Learning Center and replace your mind with the power of the orb.
Oh, amazing. I'll do that then. Thanks.
Medical issues can interfere with your studies. Go to the nurse and get back to work. Students are reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet.
Radiator.
Students are reminded to make us look good or better.
They've always wanted a medical office. Go and get better at your classes.
And now, for the results of last week's sonnet writing competition. I must say I was appalled, if not surprised. They were lacking structure, they were lacking soul. Some of you wouldn't know an I am from a dactyl. We'll be rolling the competition on to next week, so send in your sonnets. They can't get any worse.
Intruders on campus. You know what to do. Doesn't matter how desperate you are. No urinating on campus facilities.
There's two cats running around.
If you weren't so stupid.
I think the word stupid is
It's raining space rocks.
something that should be banned from education.
My respect for those that choose chivalric and knightly pursuits. Well, it's really very large. The Bigglesworths, after all, come from a rich and prestigious line of people on and near horses. That being said, feudal aristocracy use their hands far too much for my liking. The swordsmanship, the adventuring. Have you ever held a lance? It's a chore. If you're so important, why are you doing all that work? Rule smarter, not harder.
Assistant needed in pastoral support.
It's time for another coffee. I'm literally just waiting to get to the end of the year, and then it's going to be ticking on and trying to do the same. Anything we can do to increase this, but I think I've got to go up a lot. I need 50 points to get to level 9. Which means I've got to go 5 levels. gonna take forever. Vegan Funny, hello. Bonjour.
Janitor is needed.
How are
to
you?
collect litter.
Actually, wait, I should practice my French. Ça va? What ça va? Bien. The trouble is I now think Spanish. Et toi? I have no idea. Je vais bien, merci. No, I think I am good, or it goes good. Thank you. My French, awful. Have you finished playing Supermarket Simulator? You love you. My accent is incredibly influenced by Monty Python. I think actually both of them, my English and my
Medical office requesting
French one.
assistant.
Although John Cleese could speak French, so eating maybe gonna play later. Oh. Yeah. So actually, I don't know if you do have worked in the supermarket before, but this is actually very much like my job because I am a teacher and now I'm running university. I don't work at a university, but it's a teaching game. So this is very much like my real job, sort of.
Students are reminded that I'm sorry, it has to be this way.
Less aliens, I think. Well, I'm not sure.
Campus is not responsible for meteors or any other celestial shrapnel. Thank you.
Did we not? Oh no, we haven't got there yet. As I get more people, the game slows down. Alright, work a small boutique, selling clothes. Yeah. We both play games related to our jobs. That's sad and scary in some ways. Saying that, yesterday I was playing a farming sim, and there's no way I do farming in real life. It's too much hard work. That is hard work. Long ago are the days of me doing physical labour. I can't anymore. Too old. Teaching's physical enough. Nowadays it's online as well. I just sit here. It's not that's as much physical activity as I'm prepared for. By the way, I'm not for the moment, not working for the moment because along I ate maladie. Malady is illness. Arrête, I don't know. I don't know how to say arrête. I could go to Google Translate. I don't even know how to write. French. Red. Why is it in Russian? Stop. Maladia. Sick leave. Alright. Is there any particular reason, or just
And now for the segment
wear and tear?
called Agony Answers. You provide the agony, and I'll provide the answers. This week's problem is from Elkins in Hogsport.
I hope it's nothing
I'm
serious,
stuck in my bathroom. I think the
as
doorknob fell
work
off.
injuries and
What
work
should I do?
illnesses can be like
Well, I'd start by
difficult.
contacting someone under less anonymous circumstances. Perhaps a friend. or the
depression and
local
burnout.
authorities. Best of luck and so on.
I understand. You stuck somewhere. You don't have. You're not bored stiff. Go and deal with things. I think you will pass. I'll play some game that I love. Cool. I'm not sure if I'm like. You're off for work for sick leave, but you're playing a game that is nearly what you do. Like if they added clothes to Supermarket Simulator, it's your job. Like, I think I would go mad. I think you should play something. I don't know, something completely different. Starfield. I don't know. I haven't played Starfield. No Man's Sky. Mind you, that's a stressful game. No. You really love game simulation. Okay. Power Wash Simulator is always quite fun. Actually, I think there's a 3D, VR version. I know your boyfriend played No Man's Sky. I played No Man's Sky, but I don't enjoy the MMO aspect. It would be great as a single player game. I like exploring and building bases and going off to places, but when you add lots of other people, it just ruins the experience, in my opinion. Like with friends, great. With random strangers, I'm not sure. Hello, random stranger on the internet, as it is. Okay, what were we at? 15.
Was there anything we wanted to do?
We got 8 through. Right. 24. 24. Yeah. I think multiplayer is okay with friends who you know you can play with, like say Baldur's Gate. Good for friends. Great with friends. But when it's like, it's particularly MMOs, because there's just so many people. You either have to be there at the very, very beginning, or I don't think it's like worth it. Like, I think 3 or 4 years after WoW was huge, I was like, I should play that, and then I looked at it and it's like, everybody's already at level 80, 100, etc. It's just like, yeah, if I start playing that, you just die continuously. So that's not fun, because people just spawn kill you. And that happened to me in No Man's Sky. I'd done the little bit of the kind of not main story, but then there was like this big, go out and do this random quest we've got for everyone. And I went there to do this thing that people had to contribute to, and there was just some guy who's just decided, oh yeah, no, I'm just going to shoot you continuously, and when you respawn, go do it again. And I'm like, this isn't fun for anybody. So I'm like, I'm going to go back to playing Story of Seasons and Rune Factory. I did load it up for VR, because I got a VR headset for Christmas, which is fun. Don't know how to stream that though. How do you see chat in VR? It's chilly. I don't know where you are. Are you outside? Stop complaining. What door did you come out of? You must... Okay. Fair enough. I assume when I saw you the other day, I think your boyfriend was in the chat. I can't remember his name. Nick? Nick? Don't know. Begin with a M or a N. We're losing. We are losing money out. Too much staff. Yes, Niku. Yes. He said you need to learn English.
Janitor required in training room.
So everybody needs to learn languages. I do think that's a thing. I think it's sad that English people, particularly, don't learn many languages. Okay, 10 more points. Let's move this. I'll move this over here somewhere. There. Because I'll just get rid of that. Where would this be sensible? There. Yeah. I mean, yes, I am a teacher, so I do think people should. But it's better for your mind.
Can I ask? Should we be paying someone for
There's a
using
lot
this
of
laptop?
in learning languages.
I don't
It's
know. Anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine. Here we go.
you think of things differently. Your brain works differently if you know 2 languages than if you know 1. It's good for pattern reading and even things like, say, just analysis of, say, even mathematics. I think learning a language can help you improve, say, that. And it's great for getting to know people. I'm a teacher because I like to travel abroad and spend time in other countries. And you learn lots doing that. Not just from teaching, just about life. Where is this medical office it's pointing me to? I don't know. I'm an English teacher. So, it's my job. But I speak Spanish, well, sort of. I used to speak Spanish and I speak Russian, so... And I really don't... My French is awful. I learnt it at school,
Requesting assistant.
and I did not enjoy it. I can read it. Almost. You hate Spanish. Why? Why do you hate Spanish? And get rid of that piece. Just language in school and the teachers are bad, so I don't want to learn Spanish. Yes, that's. I say I had good French teachers. I just didn't have any motivation. My problem with French was that I wanted to learn German, and I'm stubborn, particularly as a teenager. I was worse.
Questions? Yes.
And the whole thing was like, when I was growing up, we used to have German students. I had German friends, wanted to learn German, and the school were like, no, you have to learn French. And I was just like, no. And that is the reason my French is not great. I sort of tolerated it. And then when I got older, I was like, I should have tried harder. If I put effort in. Come on. Just want to pick up the radio that was there. There we go. But I think Spanish is one of the easiest languages for Latin speakers. If you speak French or Italian or even Romanian or Portuguese, I think Spanish is the easiest Latin language to learn
On campus is talking about the
Um,
county's education minister and the bad
because
or
it's
maybe
easy to
good
read.
thing that happened. Over to you, Hugh.
When you're reading French, I don't know what letters are silent, what letters are not silent. Some of them I can guess,
That's right. Emotions
but
are
others
high
are just
here in
like,
Falconbush today
in
as
Spanish it's
students
easy.
have flooded into the city to
Every
protest
vowel is
the
always
continued
what it
existence
is,
of Education Minister
and
Edwin
that's
Foxbridge.
really useful.
They dabbled in some chanting,
French, I
but haven't been
uh,
able to get into an easy and repeatable rhythm. We'll be here letting you
it's
know
it's
the
yeah,
wording when
it's
settled
like using the
as and
Force.
when it happens.
French is like using the Force. You sort of look at a word, and it's like, I know what it says, but what do I say? Like, do you say like with croissant? Is it a croissant, or is it croissant?
Student union
Um,
requires an assistant.
It's like the same in English. Like English spelling is awful. I'm gonna write it in the chat. Croissant without the T. Okay. But like, what I've written, there. You say them the same. Why are they spelt differently?
If you know something
It's
I
just
have it now.
stupid.
Cleanse today.
English and French are the most I think, reading-wise, the most frustrating languages to read or to learn to read.
Campus is
Um,
responsible for
I think German might even be easier
other celestial
because they have rules. Because it's German, of course they have rules. I'm gonna move that. Put one there. That one. Unclef. I mean, I can see you put the picture of the key. I could have probably worked that out, but I'd have probably associated it more with music. Ah, yes. In the same in French, so we can write it. Ah, un clef and un clair. Meaning the same. Okay, so sometimes you don't have to put the F. That's confusing.
Your body is a temple, and you wouldn't fill a temple with crisps.
Right, we're gonna. Yep. Yes. Alright, where's a good place to put drinks? I think here, near this duck. You can write you an F. You're not saying the F. Okay. Right. I need to use my brain for a moment. What am I looking for? These beverages, coffee, most important, and oh, it's a water cooler. Yeah, they can have one of those. Smoothie. Original place unclear. Is Claire? Right, you.
You want to learn better? Of course you do.
Not there, not there,
Wonder, how do we do that?
not there, not there. Right. Unclear. But une, is it une or is it une?
Everyone is looking for ways to study without all those hours in the library and pen stains on your fingertips. The latest way to trick your body into learning is to sleep with a book in
Rashima's
front
that one.
of or on top of your face. As you sleep, your eyes will occasionally open, letting in a little light and valuable knowledge.
I also like
Try it for a week
genders
and
in
see the
language.
results for yourself.
Linguistic gender is just silly.
Healthcare for its students. Well,
You can't speak. Yes. Again, I should do some learning. Languages are fun. I enjoy learning them.
on campus.
Just finding time
What to do.
and a push. But
Staff are reminded that they're easily replaceable.
I hate these space rocks. I'm expanding this building just to get rid of stop space rocks. No, don't go there. Oh, you bugger. Damn you. I hate life. It annoys me that it does that. I think I'll be fine. Yeah. ¿Cuál que is as to? Which? Possibly age? How old am I? Maybe. ¿Cuál? Which? I don't know. Age. As to is something of me. How old am I? Maybe.
Students eating rubbish are reminded that you are.
If it's that case, 37. Yeah. Wait. I don't know. 307? Fine. That's all. I think 30 is 300. 307? I have no idea. 37. Old. Yes. 37 ons. Yeah, this is the trouble when you learn lots of random languages. They all get in your head at once. My 37. It's like if you ask me in Russian, fine, it's easy. And now it's gone because I've just said it's easy. 30. 37. Where's my brain? No, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for a dude. Come on, dude. Where are you? Who do we take? Josiah. Why are you here? Repair.
Schoolwork, social life, exercise. I just can't do it all. There's only one way to fit everything in. Make your life Jumbo. Jumbo University. Be your biggest self.
Suppose I should look at my students and see who's passing that course, as I need them to be.
You can't work in the student lounge. It's just not possible.
Right. Well, there seem to be 3 that should pass. At the very least. With the score I need. Yes. Lots of people do. I would assume you are... Don't sound that person. You are... I don't know. It's hard to say because I compare people's age to myself. I would say you were like 23, 24. Maybe. So, I don't know.
Despite the rumors, the campus grounds are not a toilet.
Gonna have to... Wow. Very, very young. Actually, this random thing popped in my head. That when I was... This is before you were born. I had already been to France on the French exchange. So my school had a French exchange that I went on. And yeah, it was the year 2000, I think.
And that's the show. Join us tomorrow when we'll be discussing which vegetables last the longest. That should be great. You know, I've bought 16 avocados this year and still haven't gotten to eat any of them. I mean, really, they must be ripe for about 5 minutes. Sorry, we'll leave that for tomorrow, shall we? Join us then.
Announcement. I do this for your benefit, you know.
Ah, missed a bit. Yeah. Very, very young.
Campus is not responsible for meteors or any other celestial shrapnel. Thank you.
I hate these rocks. They might get you money, but they take up so much time of people who should be doing other things. I need more students in. Money-wise. Which does mean we do expand a bit. You know what? Which course should it be? Yes. 1, 2. Oh, you're not going to fit, are you?
Students with medical issues should go to the health clinic.
Yes. It is quite... It is actually one of the things. Tell you what, we're going to move these. Pick room up. It's going to go over here. You sort of learn to block it out mentally. Bum, ba-dum, bum. So, yeah. Mind you, you work... Again, working in like boutiques and clothes shops and supermarkets,
How desperate you are. No
music's very repetitive in those situations. My memory recalls. Right, I'm gonna grab this one. Like, I have literally wanted to murder people in supermarkets because of music. Ah, okay. You're in control. No one gives me control of music. People are too scared. I mean, I did... The one time I was given control, I did inflict people with Viking metal, so maybe that explains why.
If you don't know where
It's the only cool thing in this job. Your patron wants to fire you. No, don't drop out. I need you to stay. You've got A plus. Can I move you up the queue? Oh, and you. No, right. You don't get a break. Refusing to work. Can I boost you up the queue?
Announcement. Healthy body, healthy mind. I came up with that.
He doesn't like. I'm not fucking sick. I mean, I would say that's most bosses. Sadly. And also, the thing I would also add to that, I mean, like, thank God you're in the EU. Because one of the reasons why I think the government here were quite happy with the Brexit result was they can set the rules. Like, if people are, say, sick, mentally or physically, then employers now have more rights to sack people, because we don't have like the higher like European court that we can take things to if things go bad, like as an employee. So we have less rights. Whereas you've got like more avenues of complaint if you don't feel that your boss is doing the right thing. So could be worse. Maybe not. But ooh, right. Anyway, I didn't check the number. $20. Okay, I need 5 more. I really want to get it done today. Right, I was going to add more students. You guys are going to be... We will do humanities. And... you should be 24. You were 24, should be 32. Scared within France rules is this hard, like the government restrictive. Chômage. Let me refer to Google Translate. I need to copy. Unemployment.
Sir Nigel Bickleworth on 2 Point Radio. Hello, hello. Today we're discussing for the very first time, ironically, sequels.
Okay. This is the.
When the wicked and
How would I put it?
behind something decide that it's a good idea to bless us all once again with the second pressing of their already tenuous idea.
But not have so much. I think that's backward. Like, as far as I'm aware, like, you know, when you look at, say,
would be a convenient time for construction.
progress, I think more people that should be heading to, or more governments should be heading towards a UBI, like a universal basic income. My green screen has just died on me, like, apparently. One moment while I fix this mess. A little bit better. Tiny gear. So yeah, unemployment benefit, chômage, I think. Now will we get enough students? 2432, excellent. Start new year. Actually, do I need anything else? New teachers? No. Yeah, I believe in most Scandinavian countries, they have a universal basic income where if you're unemployed, you earn a certain amount of money, and when you are working, you still get, like if you're low wage, you still get a bit of it, and it builds you up so that it can help. And I just don't know why UK, but also France, by some things, aren't moving towards that model, because it's beneficial. Yes, I mean, like in Denmark, Norway, Sweden, they pay a hell of a lot of tax, but then actually the rest of society is better. Like,
Students are reminded to
they have
take
good
their
healthcare,
time
they have
with
good
some
everything. It's just like,
exercise.
and unemployment is not like more stress. Like, no. In England, it's like, oh, if you're poor, it's your fault. You're to blame. Who the smeg is this? People with question marks. I think I only need to get to the end of the year. We need to send people to learn things. Year 3s. Humanities. Right. Medic. No, medic. And that. Yes, go do those.
Civilization, or the art of doing something again, is derived from the Greek word sequalid, meaning lazy, repetitive, or in some way redundant. It would seem that the ancients are trying to tell you something. Ambitionless auteurs of our times.
Geography's just so. I mean, to me, that sounds like your boss is the problem, to be honest. Like, if you work for a boss you like, it's easier to put up with other stress in some ways. But, like, if your boss is a muppet, like, what can you do? Mind you, I've had some fantastic. I've had. Well, you know, you get a mixed bag. Some of my bosses have been fantastic. Some of them have been absolutely, like, ridiculous. We had one. We had a new boss. Say new boss. Some guy bought out the school I was working for. I used to work for this language school in St. Petersburg, and he was okay. A little bit weird. We reckon he was using the business to launder money. But that was just a rumour. But after 2 years, we went. The original director who was there, she was like, "I want to go traveling." So she went off to like South America, traveling and experiencing new things, which is great. And then we had a new director, who was generally quite good, but they had an argument at some point, and she left. And then he decided to get in a crisis director who did not speak English at a language school where 90% of the teachers were English teachers. Like, they were British, American, South African, and I think probably about half of them could speak Russian, maybe less. And she couldn't speak English at all. And they also got a new accountant who couldn't count. And to be honest, I found it more funny than stressful. But I mean, that was pretty much like the last year I worked there, because I was just like, well, I can't be asked for this anymore. It was ridiculous. Yeah. It's easy for... Just, I think... as long as you're self-aware and you're, like, capable of doing things. What's this question mark? I've never not seen these before. And I've got several of you buggers running around. Is he lost? Is he looking for a doorway? I don't know what he wants. But yeah, I think relax, chill, do things you enjoy. Keep streaming, because I think streaming's always fun. You get nice people come along and support you. And yeah, offer you nice words. So
Visualization, or the art of doing something.
find your own
again.
way.
Wait, no, we've covered that already. See what I did there?
Where are we?
I almost repeated myself and then decided not to. It is possible. Up next, something fresh.
Assistant required in
I
the
think you've
student
lost connection a bit.
union.
I'm not sure. Why is it going so slowly? Some people need toilet. Lots of people. I mean, where am I? I've got enough of the buggers. Yeah. To be honest, I think free time cafeteria. Right, I'm going to take you. I want you to come over here.
Assistant needed in medical office.
Clean those toilets. Yeah. Cool. I mean, that's the thing. Focus on yourself and your recovery, and then you can go get a job you actually enjoy doing. Well, not a job you enjoy doing. A job that you actually love, rather than, say, working for, like, I mean, you might love the job with clothes and working in a boutique, but just that with a better boss is, like, great, but I would say, you know, anything. Maybe you'll get enough people to make money out of Twitch, or because I think you've got enough followers.
No liquids in the computer lab, for obvious reasons.
Cool. Hope you had a good lunch. If I do achieve this fairly soon, I'll
Teachers are here to instruct
come and
inform students on their studies.
have a watch.
Reminder,
So it's nice to hear from you.
please join me in welcoming the mysterious space rock to campus.
Au revoir. Au revoir. I don't know how to say the ow bit. Au revoir. I think it's an au.
Waiter.
A bientôt.
Oh, the service here is terrible.
A bientôt.
You could go out,
Like,
or you could stay in. With
Have a good
bowl
stream.
of hog logs. You've tried fine dining, but this is swine dining. Only Hog Log cereal combines 4 times of wheat with a salty crunch of crispy pork skin.
oh, it's nice having visitors from other channels. That does not fill me with great joy. Football. This is one of the most disorganized university campuses I've had. And I could move things over here and make it really nice. But, can't be asked. I'm tempted. If we don't get the 25, we'll do it this summer. Hello, Bastet.
Janitor to maintain social simulator.
How are you? Not too bad. I think hopefully waiting out the year until we get the 25 graduates, but it's actually not a great course. One moment. Should be training these buggers. Right, yeah. Probably don't want to send all of them. But anything to eke out a little bit extra teaching proficiency. Oh, why did we miss you? Don't know why. And you, Cheese Moongery. This is the Delta Rye. I need 25 A+ grade graduates for the thing, and we might be on course for that. We actually are on course for that. Oh, they're the cheesemongers. I don't want cheesemongers. Right, you can go back there. Wait a minute. Yep. That doesn't work. Munch. You. Sunboard. Thorothea. Timmy, Wilbur. Well, and Yolanda. Okay. Yeah, so we're on Delta Rye.
Seems to me
Nearly
to be
finished,
the heart
but
of all of our cultural and social failings, Oh, what comfort you all seem to take in your
If you're a level,
days.
your cheese
Another
memory, I don't really
weekend,
care, but
another roach burger,
go
another
deal with these things. We've got enough of the
glorified
offices.
re-release at the picture theatre. Come on, people, go out there and live. Join me tomorrow on 2 Point Radio, where I'll be talking about my collection of ceramic vowels.
Yeah, it's the. I think it's the last one on the. Oh, what's it called? It's the last one on. My brain's not working. On the Space DLC. So. Right. Everybody's in training. My janitors have seemed to have given up work. Most of them are in this cafeteria.
Eating rubbish are reminded that you are what you eat.
They're all in the.
To be nice to each other. If you aren't, who else will?
Why are all my staff here? That's bizarre. I'm just add a little section in. Yeah, so that. There should be another one of those somewhere. That one.
Student support can be found in student support.
Whatever's happening on, I'm just going to send all these people over here. Because whatever they're doing... No wonder nothing's bloody working. You're a bloody teacher. In this entire cafeteria?
Many of you are getting in touch about one particular sequel. Yes, the follow-up to Mr. Cushion's
What is happening?
production, Perilous Spandex. The only thing
What do you
hazardous
want?
about that particular picture is watching it. The sequel,
Right.
entitled Perilous Spandex 2: The Handles of Love.
I'm going to do that and see if that fixes their problem.
Piece of garbage award. A little award the type bestowed to highlight as a public service announcement, really, those films most bereft of value in our county's rich tradition of abominable filmmaking.
Students are reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet.
That was bizarre. I will put in... I mean, they've just been collecting there, not doing any of their work. So we're going to put in a toilet. Right, we're going to make this staff only. And based on some of those people... Staff only showers room. They will get food. I will sort them out for that. We'll use over here. A new cafeteria. Actually, don't want like that. Where do you go? Dun dun. So I don't want that one there. Okay. Right, now there's some dude that's supposed to be working in there. Right, who is cafeteria dude? Michael Sovereign. You just need the lavatory.
Student union requires an assistant.
One moment. Not use that one. No, you need to go here.
Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no.
I'll put in anyone's bathroom. That can go over here.
This has been exhausting. We shan't be doing it again, because unlike all you reproduction peddling washed up rehash monkeys, we at 2 Point Radio know when to stop.
Importantly, if they are, I think that dude is now working. I might get another one in. Rush for the bogs. It's a very popular lavatory. Ah, it's cold over here. Of course it is. Radiators. Aha. One there. One there. Really? Do a weird thing there.
This is a test announcement, not a real announcement.
We do still have a doorway there, don't we? Oh, that's fine. We'll just put this there-ish. That was red, and now it's okay. Right, I have to keep an eye on this to make sure they don't get stuck. That might be a thing. Yeah.
Students are reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet.
No, but you're not allowed to them if you're male or female. It's a new type of gender acceptance. No acceptance. Only this is the bathroom for eunuchs only. Please tell me you're actually doing your job. Yes. No. For fuck's sake. What's the point in that? Are they back at work? No. Right, if you actually got mine, you are allowed to mine. You are the only one that's allowed to mine, actually.
Students traveling long distances for their assignment should try moving faster.
You look like you need the other toilet. No, don't clean the toilet. I want you to use the bloody thing. Thank God for that. Are they doing better? No. Right, let's...
And that's the show. Of course, this has all been delivered to you with one rather heavy caveat. If I were ever to be involved in a second rendition of anything, I can be certain in telling you that it would be for good reason. And, if anything, would surely be a bigger, better, pickle-worthier version of what had come before it. How was that? All right?
Janitor required in crematorium.
Are any of the janitors actually doing anything? Right, well, no, there's no other staff in here. There's just the one member of staff. You. That better be your qualification. It isn't. No, mate. Deal with those. Do I have to check all their jobs? Right, don't do that.
It doesn't matter how desperate you are. No
You don't do that.
urinating on campus facilities.
Alright. In fact, Lucille, you don't do that.
No unauthorized talking on campus. Thank you. Campus is not responsible for meteors or any other celestial shrapnel. Thank you.
There's only two of them and he buggered off. Oh no, he's cleaned those ones. Those are the toilets. Vending machines. Where's he gone? Who are you? Where are you going? I want to see my face in those toilets.
Assistant required in pastoral support.
Go and deal with your rubbish then. Told you twice. Right, you train on that. Yeah, you're allowed to do that. There we go, now it's 10. You work in something that's not that, don't you? I think. Rodney.
Your body is a temple, and you wouldn't fill a temple with crisps.
How close are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9.
Despite the rumors,
You,
the campus grounds are not a toilet.
Dorothy. I want you to deal with those. You just stocked that. We're gonna watch him go to work. Where's he going? Okay, I'll allow it.
Janitor needed in dormitory.
I think maybe this room should be a bit bigger. Just have to clean the toilet.
Welcome back, fellow students. It's me, DJ Shorts, keeping me finger on the pulse of
You know what I
TikTok,
should put in?
so you didn't have to. Today's topic: would Jasmine Odyssey be cooler if she was less popular? I didn't want to spoil it for you, but the answer is yes. Here's a pretty niche favourite of mine from an actor. Cannot even pronounce the name of. It's pretty challenging stuff. Check it out.
Students ask
You know, I thought we could use the teleporters.
will be told lies instead.
Right, here we go. Hopefully. Hurrah. Space Critter statue. Go to map. We are not staying here. Save and quit. I'm really glad to be off that one. It was a pain in the arse. Right, what have we got next? Haunted and up by unwelcome and undead spirits. The estate needs your help for a new lease on the afterlife. Or Lake Tumble. Open a medical campus to ensure tourists recover from their dangerously scenic conditions. Molten Rock. So there seems to be 3 medical ones and this lifeless estate over here on its own. Right, we'll start it but not do much. We'll do some setting up and come back to it. Who died? Haunted by unwelcome and undead spirits, the estate needs your help for a new lease on the afterlife.
And so, Inspector Blandry found himself shook with shock and wet of sock. Indeed, it had been raining something stupid. He took one last look about the place and swore never to be found in lifeless estate again. Ah, another classic, if I do say so myself. But did you know that I based my latest mystery on a real place? Aha, yes, just awful. I didn't even change the name. What are they going to do? Nothing. Yes, certainly hope so.
Right. Finding spirits. Welcome to Lifeless Estate, where the usual eerie silence has been interrupted by signs of undead life. The new lodgers are restless spirits, big on wailing and generous, with the ectoplasm. No one knows how to die tastefully these days. Where's the subtlety? These are the dangers of jumping into anything, even death, uneducated. The Lord may be lackluster and the surface is strangely gooey, but all of the problems come back to the ghosts. You could say that possession is 9/10 of the flaw of its flaws. There, I've said it. Tackle the paranormal pest problem, learn what it means to be dead, and help the estate rest peacefully once again. We've got paranormal detection and school spirits.
Plagiarism is not a belief system.
Ah, Lady Lifeless, retired and expired. Hello there, and welcome. So nice to have an invited guest for a change. Look at us, aren't we frightfully civilized? That's how I'd hope to spend my days. Tastefully spooky, yes. That used to be our whole deal with Lifeless Estate. Peaceful yet unsettling, with the occasional dignified shiver. Sadly, we've been overrun by all sorts of despicably direct dead folk. Strange smells, constant wailing, and terrible zero table manners. Just ghastly. As much as I've loved hosting an endless party of the loathsome and rancid, I feel I might die twice. It's time everyone went home. Okay. What have we got here? A science lab. We've got an awful dormitory. Another awful dormitory. Oh, what is it with the funny shapes? The worst toilet I've ever seen. No bathroom. How much money do we have? 250,000. Right. Well, firstly, right, okay. So these all have requirements. Is that big enough to get that in there? Right, first things first, let's sell that. And we sell that. Because those are just awful. Oh, right, okay.
Good morning. You're listening to Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. Hello there, it's Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio.
I'll leave that
where
one in.
Today, we'll be asking the question, do slow news days prompt needless questions? You won't be able to miss it.
Right. Your paranormal detection.
Student housing should be character building, not pleasant.
Your school spirits. Where is it? Shower room. Won't live there forever. We'll live there for a while. That one is going bye-bye. No. I want my bathroom. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it properly. Right. Over here, this monstrosity.
Janitor needed in dormitory. Staff are reminded to care about students.
Do that. Pick this thing up. Oh, the doors are down the side. That's stupid. You know what? No, just the door. Have that. Right. We need a detection office. 5x4.
Janitor required for groundskeeping. Thank you. Warning. Don't touch anything in the bathroom.
Is that it? That's all we need.
Anything.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Don't need a school spirits thing? Science room. I really hate some of these buildings. Okay. Now I move this back into there and fill out that corner. 'Cause why? Teachers.
Lost and found report.
No.
Oh, that is nice. As you were.
Iron bladder. Aerodynamics. Iron bladder. No other traits. That's cool. You're in. So we just need the paranormal detection teacher. I will also. Are you any good as a librarian?
Later in the week, I'll be talking to the Boogie Nights. Those metal-clad funk makers are equal parts gallantry and groovy.
I'm aware there's no
groovy
library.
music.
Live with it.
Knights and chivalry were first popular hundreds of years ago, of course. But isn't it funny how these trends come around? Stay
I'll get you.
coldly, kids.
You any good? No. We're gonna get you. Right, now we just watch here.
Janitor required for groundskeeping. Thank you.
Do this all night.
Students are reminded to bounce back from heart-wrenching disappointment.
Bin blindness? Nope. Lollygagger.
Students are reminded reminded that some of you are doing better than others.
Please be good. While we're waiting, I'm going to leave them to that. I'm going to see if I can put in a library for our librarian. No. Do you prefer that?
Frequently asked questions. No, I wasn't listening.
I recently spent a weekend away on Pebbly Island, a beautiful locale in our proverbial neck of the metaphoric woods, where I stayed in a luxury hotel. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Oh, Ricky, you've changed. It's true, I do it all the time. I hardly recognize myself. Next up, mirrors. What are they looking at?
Right. I'll move that one over there.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
No, apparently not quite. And that's the red one with the book. Alright, now we just need to wait for what shelves they need. Because they'll ask. Right, let's see how many teachers we've actually got from that. You, bin blindness, bugger off. Nicky Fenton, squeaky clean, bottomless pit, bugger off.
Students are reminded not to breathe in the library.
I think I might leave them while I go to the lavatory.
Janitor required in bathroom.
Right, I will be back. Interphrastically.
We're sorry for the litter that you... Oh, sorry, that's mine.
Anyone good? We don't know. I'd like Eugene to be good, but if Chloe's alright. Bottomless pit. Yes, we have one. There we go. We can now start the academic year. We don't have to take more than 8.
Now taking students for paranormal detection. Students are not
Lars and the Detection Officer will uncover ghosts on campus. They may be a nuisance, but I'm afraid it comes with territory, and who knows, maybe they'll come in handy.
And he wouldn't fill a temple with crisps. Students should check in before trying to learn.
Right, while we're doing that, while we're waiting,
Hi,
we are going.
I'm Jumbo McNally, and at Jumbo University, every instructor is handpicked by someone that was handpicked by someone that I handpicked. That's the Jumbo Touch. Jumbo University, be your biggest self.
Temperature. Radiator. Right. I know, central room radiators. But, it's a thing.
Sleep is important, but you can do it later.
I'll put that in there.
Students
We need
are
rid of that.
reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet.
Weird. Right, that also upgrade.
There's a class starting on campus. Funny that. Attention. Your finger is not a toothbrush.
Right, how much money do we have? We probably do want at least.
This is an academic institution. Our bathrooms are co-educational. Your body is a temple, and you wouldn't fill a temple with crisps.
How many years have these courses happened for?
And now the news and today's top story. Sensitive government
3 years.
documents first thought recovered are now feared to be deli meats.
3 years.
That is a shame, but at least there's a salty silver lining. What's a little cyber insecurity when you've got a face full of ham? Nice one.
What? More guests. No, the plan was fewer. Fewer. Oh, good grief. You're so lucky that I'm already dead. If only I could do breathing exercises. I can't even sigh anymore. I can only say sigh. Sigh. Hire a janitor clerk. Qualified in ghost capture. Milo, you're in.
Dangerous chemicals can be handled with or without care. Janitor needed to fix Medium-Matic.
I really think it does, but fine. It says capture a ghost, but I really can't tell the difference between our ghosts, like the ones that should be here. That's better. Guess you're making quite the mess with janitors. We'll make up for it nicely. It's been an age since the estate was properly staffed. Once our ghastly friends have been captured, their life was deposited in Ectovat and enjoyed by all. How do I know? I spent the best summer of my death cramped in Ectovat. That's how. Harit. There.
Students are reminded that school spirit is infectious. Go us. Frequently asked questions. I believe that smell is you.
Ghosts may target specific rooms on campus, vanishing from sight and haunting anyone unlucky enough to be inside. Look for any signs of haunted room and send a janitor qualified in ghost capture.
Announcement. There's a haunted room on campus. Oh dear.
Look out for signs that a room may be haunted. Being possessed by a ghost may cause lights to flicker, objects to move on their own, or even use a strange fog. I keep pressing like
Deceased students are reminded that it's no excuse.
Wasn't that a smashing tune? I'd have been tapping my toe from hither to yon if I wasn't completely tone deaf. Did you know that I'm also situationally tone deaf? Yes, I just cannot read a situation. I have one speed, and that's Ricky.
right. Who are you? Who are you? You're coming with me.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
Where does this go? Detection TV. Invalid room. No, let's go into the corridor, mate.
Class is starting soon. You're not late yet.
Ghost Town evil spirits are preventing us from opening new plots and need to be defeated before we can expand. Fortunately, the Janitors Union, though happy to deal with all kinds of ghosts, won't touch evil spirits. Fortunately, with our paranormal detection students to give it the old college try. It can be that dangerous, probably. Can't be that dangerous, probably. Dispel an evil spirit by selecting an unknown plot and scheduling an expulsion ceremony. Okay, that's that. Unlock one place. The nether bench. Belongs outside. Okay. That does look lovely. Got a nice friendly smiley face on it. Expulsion ceremony. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that then. Can I not do it then? No.
Expulsion ceremony starting soon.
Hear them where it haunts. Those evil spirits may seem tough, that's because they are. But they draw their strength from something that haunts them to their bones. Not that they have any bones. If you can identify their individual weaknesses and use campus life to haunt them back, they'll be much easier to remove from the estate. Wait a moment. I don't like things passing this slowly.
Students are reminded that it's not too late to change everything about yourself.
Let's do a countdown. Something's about to happen.
There's another craze sweeping our county's youth. The so-called cheesy gob-off asks challengers to see how many cheesy goblins they can stuff into their unsuspecting gobs. Competition is a wonderful thing, don't you think? It brings us all together and fills our mouths with cheese.
Expulsion. Students 1, Ghosts 0. Showering is technically but not socially optional.
Okay, parts of the state are possessed by evil spirits, preventing you from expanding. Pacify evil spirits. Paranormal detection students can attempt to drive away an evil spirit that's occupying part of the estate. Select down and blah blah. Evil spirits draw their strength from all kinds of terrible places. Luckily, you can use that against them. Okay. Yes. Defeat Hester Hellhole. Your Hellhole henchman. Hellhole henchman. Hester Hellhole. Okay. Campus level 15. What do we need on this? Students on campus 24. Okay, that's going to take 3 years. We are going to prepare for that, however.
Announcement. The campus just got bigger. Not
I'm
necessarily
gonna
better.
expand this. And we're going to move this out to about there for now. Right. You are the school spirits. Oh, I might do down there. Yep.
Announcement. There's a haunted room on campus. Oh dear.
And nah, let's plop it there. Why not? We'll move these slightly as well. What are you? School spirits. No. Put that down.
We are nearing the finish line today, but first our producers wouldn't let me leave without trying my hand at the cheesy gob-off. Play that music while I gob on down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've done 60. I've done 60. Let me get my straight. I've been Ricky Hawthorne. See you around. That's quite nice. That's cheesy.
Right. So what do you need? You need 24 students. You need...
Student support can be found in student support.
Tell you what then.
Expulsion
Try that then.
ceremony starting soon.
Right. How do we want to do things over here? Good lad. Yeah, well, move that out. with the lavatory. Over here. We're going to square off this bit.
Assistant needed in library.
Right, paranormal detection.
Campus is haunted. Not again.
Right, so we've got enough rooms for 3 years of courses. Got a training room, lavatory and a bathroom. Library's in. I think we work on teachers. Got a watch training. You are library. I think I'll just boost all of you. Failed. Oh well. You're rapid. I like you.
It doesn't matter how desperate you are. No urinating on campus facilities.
I'm guessing that's the expulsion ceremony that failed. Right. Your only job. Haunted rooms and ghost capture. Do a little bit of cleaning sometimes. Oh well. Suck it up. Right, well, you know what?
Attention. Your finger is not a toothbrush.
That's probably going wrong. Don't like either gap really, so it's going to go in there. You're awful. Oh, I will take you for later. I don't have a medical office, but you are the medical dude. Ed. Put that there. Medical room. Yeah, that door. Stupid door. Okay. Guess I'll expand by 1 square. If I can, I can't. Fine. Okay. Bum 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 bum. We don't have any food. That's fun. Yeah, okay, you can have a water cooler. As I was just saying, we don't have any food. Uh-huh.
Janitor required for groundskeeping. Thank you.
Right, we're looking for pastoral. Gerald. Audrey. They both suck. We're going to get to the end of the year before I find a person to do this in any capacity. Tunnel of Love? No. No.
Sir Nigel Bickleworth on 2 Point Radio. Welcome to 2 Point Radio, where it's a great day. Why? Because I, Sir Nigel Bickleworth, am talking into a microphone. Can you feel it? Can you hear me? Is this thing on? Really, Dennis, if this is off again, I'm going to come in there and dunk you like a biscuit. We'll check that I'm on the air and be back with more sumptuous sound wave salaciousness after this.
Right, overview awards. I don't think we've got anything. That was nice. Build a ghost storage room to complete our paranormal protection facilities.
The academic year is over.
6x4. You having a
Students
goo?
must vacate the campus.
Get an 8x4. Put a 5x4 in for now. We might be taking a loan out. Oh, we can.
The academic year is starting soon. Was there anything we wanted to do?
What's that? We got more room. We'll stick it back there a little. Alright. Right, you're an out. You're out. You're out. You're out. And you're out.
Janitor to fix Omnicure.
I really wish you could just get people with, like, I don't care if they've got, like, no training. Like, this guy has to be good. Weak bladder.
Why is it
Oh, he's
that
actually good and
most
doesn't need
days
training.
They can churn out a radio show from the comfort of their toilet seats. The goal. In my day, one had to work for years making sandwiches and polishing the communication tower before they even let you touch a microphone. There's more to radios than
Training room
ability,
1.
charm, and technological literacy. Eagerly
Yeah.
offered by Dax. A lot of them.
Is that already 2? Yeah, it's already 2. I think. Okay. We obviously have to clear out all of these buggers. They're both 8,000. He's got 20,000. And I think then they all go the different ones, and there's the different peeps depending.
It doesn't matter how desperate you are.
A computer lab. Why do we need a computer lab? Why?
Facilities.
Who needs a computer lab? Right, that might be another loan. I don't see how we need a computer lab. Right, it's going to temporarily go in here. Of course it is. 4x4. I might be able to squeeze that in somewhere over here actually. Three, 4. Alright, let me put this door down.
Library requesting assistant.
Interestingly, we haven't needed any new teachers. But at least we've got more students, which will give us more money. Just about. Alright, we're going to do this this year. Intake, I didn't even check, but it seems 8 and 8, that's fine. Actually. The points we got? 40. We'll do both. However, 8. 8.
Showering is technically but not socially optional.
Yes, you can have a lunch bench. I know. That's what we do with romantics here. It's not cold in there.
My
There's a couple of rooms where it's chilly, mind you.
Kevin ushered me through cyberspace and into the world of video games. Yes, I played the latest entry in the popular Meat Wizard franchise for Sir Nigel reviews. I was lost. I was cold. I was scared. The controller was sticky and the subject matter obscene. While I'm unsurprised that it appeals to the desensitized youth of today, I'll tell you what I told that chap in the deli. No one needs that much ham. One magical gem out of a possible 5.
No, you don't. See, I can understand these people need a Ferryman, because Ferrymans are cool.
Welcome, new students. We're more afraid of you than you are of us.
There's a surprise. For now.
Despite the rumors, the campus grounds are not a toilet.
Right, you. I want you to get better. You. I'm going to make sure it's Marcus Gobb in the library. Yes, it is. Alright, you get that. You get that.
Assistant needed in library.
At Bungle, we know what young people want in a motor vehicle. Independence. Fun. Wheels. Beaver from Bungle. The car that puts the E in freedom.
I think we give this one another attempt. Yeah, December.
A group of
Doesn't.
students are about to fight a ghost. Thought you ought to know.
You can take the health out of the inspector, but you can't take the inspector out of the health inspecting. Deadly job's worse. Why do you want a payphone?
Gotten away from ghosts? Oh well, maybe next time.
I assume that means we lost. Yeah, they're not strong enough.
It doesn't matter how desperate you are. No urinating on campus facilities.
Don't need a romantic film. Just deal with your problems, you idiots. Okay.
To the news and the controversies surrounding Education Minister Tarquin Foxbridge, who allegedly blew his nose on official government documents. Stories like this are scandalous. It's perfectly clear to me that a group of students have fabricated the images somehow, and yet this poor minister faces all manner of backlash and public murmurings. And why? Because he was photographed doing something? I know a witch hunt when I see one.
Attention. Your finger is not a toothbrush.
You'll get a gym when I say you can have one. 76 remaining. There's also the possibility we have to build more stuff and get more teachers in next year, so... Make me bloody do one. Do one. Bum ba dum bum bum. What we will do though.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets.
Um, bum 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 bum.
Announcement. There's a haunted room on campus. Oh dear.
Dungeon panel, yeah, of course.
There are ghosts on campus. Ooh.
Type pin objective. Ah, my dude's in there.
It tends to be a one-way affair, this relationship of ours, and that's how it should be. What do you know about radio after all?
I mean,
almost nothing.
maybe
I'd
you're
imagine.
useful.
Still, it's time for that rare occasion where we put you.
I'm gonna get you off of those. We're gonna say you. I want you to train. Ghost capture.
At the center of things, I am the aunt to ease your agony, the balm to abate what bites you, the A to all your cues. I am listening. Oh, and we're out of time. We'll get to your problems after this, all right? All right.
Assistant to the library. Thank you. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
Right, I'm gonna get you. Aha! I mean, I know it's going to fit. Okay. I'm wrong. It does fit. Gonna have to make that bigger later. Do do do. All of that. All of that. Alright, maintenance.
It's time for Agony Answers with me, Sir Nigel Bickleworth. This week's problem is from student Felony Bogdropper, who writes, I've got loads of work but can't concentrate with all the noise in my flat. Well, Felony, I advise that you try a change of scenery. Work in the study. Write in the billiard room. Mill about in the converted mill. Why, read in the scullery. Your home is your castle. Utilize all of its many, many nooks and crannies. That's what got me through the hard times.
Pastoral issues can be remedied by talking to a qualified librarian.
Right. Oh, fan-dabba-dozy. Let's make sure we're taking in 8 and 8. We need another lecture theatre.
Summer break would be a convenient time for construction.
I'm gonna have a look for new teachers. I am Bladder, you're in. Also you. Right.
Enjoy your summer. I know I will.
Edit the room. You know what we do? We will do this backwards. Oh, I forgot this stupid thing. That is one of the most frustrating things. Yeah, whatever. Don't know what's just sold. Alright. And now it's alright enough to copy.
Students eating rubbish are reminded that you
Right, yeah, we need
eat.
the researchers in at some point.
Do you like what
Okay.
you hear?
I'm going to call it today. Put quick save down.
Of course you do. So why not call in and let our
Save
producers
before
know?
quitting.
We sent
Save and quit.
research
Right, should we finish off the space one that I wanted to do? Get rid of, like, this one looks like it's going to be interesting. Why is the green screen so annoying? I know why it is. The lighting changes. Because I'm using, well, I have natural light in here. So yeah, we're going to fight our way through that one. See what happens. Yeah. I think there's only one ghost one. I think it's a long, it'll be a couple of episodes at least of catching ghosts. But yeah, tomorrow, I still don't know. I think I'm going to do Traveler's Rest because I think the new update's out. I think. Yes. I assume it allows to play from the last save game. So that will probably be tomorrow. And again, I have to decide on Thursday. I don't know if we will do much more with Let's School on that. As kind of finished it. I kind of want to make my own victory condition, but it would make it the longest series I will ever do on Let's School. It's the win all victory conditions, which I think will be tough. But knowing that it's the plan from the beginning, I think would be more interesting for the series, rather than being like, oh, there's a victory condition, we achieve one of them. So I might do it the other way around. Tomorrow might be Let's School, starting a new one, and then Thursday we'll do Traveler's Rest. Because I like to put it in sometimes. Anyway, until next time, cheerio.